Okay, what is up guys on YouTube? Today I have something so special, and I've been wanting to record this video for so long, and I finally got my hands on a Mercedes-Benz G63 AMG. So before we go into all the details of the car, this is the 2016 model, and it is also the V8 biturbo engine producing 563 horsepower and 561 pound-feet of torque. This is a 5.5 liter engine, and this car, you know, it weighs like a ship. It is completely made out of steel, and it's not just made out of steel, it is completely handmade. Because you may, wonder yourself, why is this car 140,000? It's not your regular cheap on the road pickup truck. It is something so special. That's why all the famous people, all the wealthy people drive this car, because it's unique. If you see a G Wagon on the road, you know it is something special. G Wagon stands for in German Geländewagen, what means translated off-road vehicle. This was back in the day, this was just a military vehicle. Now they made it for everyone on the road, so you can drive it on the street. What is something amazing, because it is like I said, a unique car. It's not just a SUV shape, it is a wagon shape that is completely handmade. Coming from the engine, going into all the metal and the steel from the side, it is completely handmade. This car also has an acceleration of 5.3 seconds, okay? I know for some people it sounds slow, but keep in mind guys, this car, it weighs like a freaking ship, okay? And 5.3 seconds is really fast for a heavy car like that. So I'm gonna go around on the side, talk about the doors and the rear end of the car. Then we're gonna jump in the interior and I'm gonna take it for a spin, because it is something so special for me to drive this car. So I have a really good side angle going on over here, and as you can tell, you have the really huge wheels over here with the red AMG brakes on it. Then also you have the V8 biturbo badge on the side with an extra AMG badge above the V8 badge. And then something so amazing, because most of the AMG models, you can kind of tell it apart because it has the quad exhaust on the rear of the car. So you know it is a G Wagon when you see the quad exhaust on the side. On each side it has two mufflers exhaust coming out of the side. And then also the door is something I have been wanting to talk about. I hope you can hear it, but by opening and closing the door, it sounds like closing and opening a safe. It's such a heavy door, like look how huge that door is. A regular door is not in that kind of shape. That's also the G Wagon shape. And also the whole shape going on the side, you can tell on the side it has those metal stripes going across the car. Then also you don't just open the door like on the keyless go models, you have to push a button to open the door. And yeah, we're gonna jump onto the back of the car and talk about the rear end of the car, because it's also unique seeing it on the road. Okay, we're on the back of the G Wagon right now, and as you can see, it always comes with this spare tire right here from the factory that you can totally tell it's a G Wagon as soon as you see it. You got the G63 badge over here in that corner, you got the AMG badge on the left side. Then also you have the unique lights of the G Wagon, the bumper over here, where you can of course tow a lot of stuff with this thing. This has so much pound-feet of torque, you can tow anything with this G Wagon over here. And then also this door right here, it is really like opening a safe, and we just talked about this, but in case you always forget, when you open your trunk and you forget it is a G Wagon and it's the AMG model, you just look in here and it tells you AMG right here, and then you're like, oh yeah, I bought me an AMG, and then you go on the left side and it says AMG as well, so you will never forget you bought an AMG. Also, trunk size is ridiculous big. I feel like I can stand in the trunk, that's how big it is. Taking it down to the beach, no problem whatsoever. Then also you can feel this is what I was talking about earlier, this is not just your regular Jeep on the road or regular SUV. Everything is just expensive. Everything you touch in this car is expensive. You have full leather going on over here. You have full leather seats in there, of course. The sides are fully leather. Even this side over here feels like leather. Everything just feels expensive in the G Wagon. We're gonna jump inside the interior, talk about some of the technical details that the car has, also about the all-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, or also 4MATIC function, and then we're gonna take it for a spin, and I talk about the driving experience, driving performance and all that stuff. Okay, Okay, so we're sitting inside the G63 right now, and the first thing you can already tell by just sitting in the interior, well, the first thing that I really just figured out is because you really can't put the GoPro on the sunroof because it's like closed up, you know. If you open the sunroof, I'm gonna blend in a little shot I did earlier, but the whole like roof will open up. It's not just like a sunroof, it's like Alcantara over here, and it will like open it up. So this is the only spot I was able to put my GoPro, so I hope it will be fine. But yes, the first thing you can tell is you sit really, really high in this in the G Wagon. It almost feels like sitting in like a high sitting truck, lifted truck. It really has a nice seat position. Everything on the side, on the doors, is fully leather. The seats feel amazing, also of course fully leather. Then also you have the AMG logo right here, the Affalterbach logo. When you switch gears and you go in reverse, this is a really nice feeling you have. Then this is probably well, of course I'm gonna mention it, but most people that are going to buy a G Wagon will probably never use it. But you have 3 different individual differentials. So instead of, you know, most cars, when you would go off-road, each wheel will spin on its own. That's not always certainly good, because if one side is, for example, dry and the other side is muddy, the wheel would spin itself into the mud. So what you can do here is control each of the wheels or all of them at the same time, so you can always get out. So let's say there's a mud hole, but only 2 wheels are inside the mud hole. You could control it over here and get out of the mud hole. That's something really amazing. You have also high range and low range on the car. Obviously, you can change the size, the ride height of the car. And you have cooled seats, heated seats of course. You even have heated seats in the back of the G Wagon. The back seats, I think it's enough space in it. Of course, you know, the space with your head towards the roof is plenty of space. You don't have to worry about this. The only thing that might be an issue in the back seat is if you're really tall, your knees gonna hit the back of the seat, but that's the only thing that might be an issue. And yeah, you got the shift pedals coming out here, really nice, of course, like all the AMG models. You have options between comfort, sport and a manual mode on the car as well. You got 180 on the dash. You can of course change all the options on the screen. You can go to navigation. You can have even your AMG menu with the temperature. Also little race timer you have on there. Then you can see your transmission is in sport, ESP is on, and all your temperatures on the gauges right here. And yeah, it feels really comfortable in this car. Okay, and also before I forget to mention, you can hold yourself on here on the side in case you're gonna go off-road in it, so the passenger can hold so it doesn't fall out of the window. But yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. And yes guys, we're gonna take it for a spin. We're on a really curvy road, so I'm of course going really slow in it. It is a really heavy car, keep that in mind. It's also the whole cabin is that really boxy shape, so aerodynamics in the car are limited. I wouldn't go really full throttle into a curve with this car, but that's not what it's made of, you know. This car is made to cruise, go shopping, show off, you know, how much money you have. And if you want to go heavy off-roading, you could in this car. I mean, there's no doubt about that. You could go heavy off-roading, what most people won't do, that's for sure. Yeah, you got, I think, as far as I know, you got a 7-speed transmission in here. It's the 7G-tronic dual clutch transmission in this model. It comes with all the 63 models, of course. The only thing that I just realized is that the interior, the whole display setup is still like the old school way. So maybe they're gonna come out with a refreshed model that has the new displays and stuff. But handling is absolutely perfect in the car. I'm sure you don't feel any bumps on the road, any holes on the highway, because it's just built so amazing. The suspension constantly, when there's a road coming up that's uneven or has holes in it, and it can adjust itself to the road conditions. So that's something really amazing that G Wagon can do. Steering is absolutely amazing. I mean, we are driving a curvy road, like I said, so you don't really go full throttle here, but no issue whatsoever with the handling wise. Brakes, these brakes are insane. I think you will never have an issue braking in this car. Of course, you know, it is a lot of weight the car has, so you gotta keep in mind it's gonna take longer than when you drive a normal sedan because it's a smaller car. This car is just heavy built, so high speeds in this car, keep in mind the brakes are good. but it's gonna take longer than when you sit in a sedan, for example. What I also realized once I drive the car, the whole windshield over here has a really unique design. It's like straight down, so you have a huge point of view when you look outside the window. That is something really awesome, I think, on the G Wagon, because on regular cars it's leaning inside the window. This is going straight down. And I have talked to some people that drove G Wagons before, and I have to mention one thing: the G Wagon is not a beginner car. You know, this is really a car, if you drive a G Wagon, you have to know how to drive a car before that. Because what I'm trying to say with that is, the G Wagon is really heavy built, it's a unique design, handling is different than on other cars. So if you really want to drive a G Wagon, I recommend drive a lot of cars before you get a G Wagon to have some experience, because the 63 model is a fast car, and then you have to control it with all the weight, the handling of the car. So you could do some serious bullcrap in this car if you don't have enough experience driving it. So all I'm saying is, this car, I would recommend some experience before you drive a car like this, especially on high speeds. Seat position, I was wanting to mention, you can adjust the seat on the side. It has a little air that goes inside the seat and outside the seat, so you can adjust the lumbar on the back and the side bolsters of the seat. Really awesome thing. When I change from comfort to sport, for example, you can see now I'm in really high gear, I'm on 6th gear. If I put it back in sport mode, the shifts are really lower. You have the option for the shift pedals, of course. That's what I really like on this model, because they come out on the side, and you can just hear the V8, you know, with the quad exhaust. It's such an amazing sound. It is so awesome. When we stand still, there's no car behind me, so you can at least hear the whole exhaust of the car. Yeah, it can go, that's for sure. What I just realized over here, when you took a turn, steering is so heavy in this car, and I guess that's what people told me before, that you have to keep in mind. But acceleration, guys, is ridiculous. I'm gonna blend in a little rev and exhaust shot of this car. It sounds so wonderful. Like the V8 sound is just ridiculous. I even think it sounds better than some of the 63 models. You can hear the biturbo, the whistling of the turbos. You can feel the acceleration in the seat for such a heavy car. 5.3 seconds is ridiculous in this model. Okay guys, I really hope you enjoyed the review. This was such a special moment to me to review the G63, and yeah, it is such an amazing car, and I know why it is such a unique car for famous people to buy, because you will never see anything like this on the road. Of course, if you want to spend 600,000, you can get that G6x6. That's completely ridiculous, but this is an amazing, unique vehicle right there. It is such an amazing experience. And guys, make sure to check out Real Will over here. Link is in the description. Yeah, build it, drive it, share it, like they say. And they have such a huge community with car people that share their experience and passion. So make sure to create you an account and check them out. And yeah, I see you guys in the next review, and I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm coming up with a lot of new reviews, so stay tuned guys. Thank you.